last couple of years have been a tough period for our farmers. We've had weather problems, we've had trade problems, and we've had now the COVID situation. But since that time, farmers have been very resilient. The whole industry's been resilient. We're fortunate to be in an industry where things are growing, where global demand continues to grow. And I think this is what gives our farmers the optimism. I think the outlook today is pretty positive. We see a record amount of new crop sales. The new marketing year, as reported by USDA, started on September 1, and both sales to China and sales to all destinations are at record high levels. We've seen prices rally. You just showed that nice looking chart. It's a 2-year chart, and there for quite a while we were kind of laying on 10-year low prices, but we've rallied now and had a nice rally recently. And it looks like the outlook for demand for the next 6 months or so is pretty good. And so I would say U.S. farmers are feeling much more optimistic than they were, say, a year ago, even 6 months ago.
Okay, well, that's encouraging for a sector that has been so hard hit, as you put it, Jim. And as it pertains to the demand you're seeing from China, I guess the question becomes, do you think it's sustainable? Because we've heard some suggestions that at the moment, China needs all of these soy products, right? Because they have their own requirements in terms of what's going on there with their food supplies. And are they doing this to adhere to the terms of the deal, or are they doing this out of self-interest? And if it's the latter, I mean, how sustainable is that?
Well, that's you ask an excellent question, and I think so to put that in perspective, China imports about 60% of the soybeans that enter world trade. So exported from any country, imported to any country, 60% roughly of that will end up in China. So they are a very big market, and they do need soybeans at this time of year to feed their industry, primarily their livestock feed industry and their cooking oil industry. They crush the soybeans in China and feed those industries. So China, I believe the demand for now is sustainable. I think they will continue to grow. They seem to be solving the ASF problem in China. But the other thing we've been working on in order to continue to try and make the future bright and sustainable for farmers, in terms of demand sustainable, is working on a lot of other destinations as well. We're not only focused on China. We've been, well before the trade war began, we were working on diversifying markets. We have been in many countries around the world for quite some time, and we've got a renewed focus on working in emerging markets.
Okay, can you tell us specifically, I mean, what market looks most attractive to you in that area?
Yeah, sure. So we have had some real successes over the last couple of years. If you take a market like Egypt, which, that's not necessarily the place where people would think is a huge importer of soy, but they have grown their soy imports in the last 5 years by over 4 times. They are now the single, in terms of countries, they're number 3 on our list in terms of import demand. So Egypt would be very strong. Bangladesh, Pakistan are other countries that are also have been growing rapidly. And then throughout Southeast Asia, where you're located, there are numerous countries that are strong, solid importers of U.S. soy. So we're very fortunate to have a wide range of markets that we serve.